Monday. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend. I was asked a question last week from a follower just encouraging me and thanking me for my blogs and my posts, just how encouraging they are and being really supportive, and I really appreciated that. And she asked a question that I kind of wanted to address, and that is, how do you keep that fire and passion and that positivity going? And because in her situation, she kind of told some things to loved ones and her family was tearing her down. And it's definitely a question that I've asked myself and I've thought about myself. And the best response I could figure is to just talk about it openly. And for me, and I always, as you guys know, talk personally, I have learned that we can't always share what we are doing. If we're making shifts in our lives, whether that be in our marriage, relationships, career, what have you, a lot of people, including family, will not understand that. And sometimes they kind of, just bring you down and they're negative. And I want to encourage you that you're not alone. If this has happened to you from loved ones and friends, you're not alone. And I also want to encourage you that they might not mean it mean. Of course, sometimes there are those jealous and insecure people that just want to tear you down because they don't have the guts to do what you do. It's happened to me personally, and what I do is I simply have learned to move in silence. And because sometimes, as Jesus and others biblically, we're not prosperous in our own land. And if someone does not have the same mindset as you, it doesn't mean that they're trying to be mean or negative. It just means maybe like out of fear. Like you quit your 6-figure job to go self-employed. What are you going to do? And your parents per se might worry about you. Well, personally, I have learned to keep a lot to myself. I've always been somewhat of a private person. Because when this has happened to me in the past, I have seriously just halted and I've stopped my dream and my goals. And I've had to reevaluate and rethink. And in doing so, I lost time. So I want to encourage you not to let that happen and maybe move in silence. And let me elaborate what I mean by that. I mean, do your moves, figure out your plan, write down your goals and work and grind towards them, but keep them to yourself or keep them to a couple very, very few close people, And what I do is I kind of mention, I plant a seed, so to speak. I won't tell the totality of what I'm doing, and I just gauge how people react. And if it's negative, I pull back. I don't blame them. I don't show shade or hate. I just know you can't know, and that's okay because this is what I know and what I need to do for myself. And when you kind of know those people who've always supported and encouraged you and loved you, and you really can share bits and pieces, if not with a select few, your dreams and your goals. But my point is this, just be careful who you tell it to. Because we get so excited like Joseph, and he just runs to his brothers and he's so excited to share about his coat of many colors or his dreams, and all that does is plant a seed of resentment. So we have to be careful of who we share things with. It doesn't mean anyone's wrong or bad or you're, being shady or manipulative in your moves. It's just sometimes when you're going for a level that most people and maybe in your family have not reached, or you have never really showed this much dedication or what have you, you have to keep it silent. You have to keep moving, but you got to keep it to yourself. Keep it with those inner tribe, that circle, and it's putting up a hedge around you, a protection. So that's kind of what I do, and that also helps me to stay more positive. Because if you don't believe in dreaming and you don't believe in change, and if you don't believe you can do it and you're sharing with those type of people, that's contagious. So I hope that helps. Just remember to protect your dream, protect your goals, protect your moves. And yeah, I hope that helps. And you guys have a very blessed day. God bless.